today I want to share how to create a clickable component for checkbox. So it can be very useful in your designs, in your design system, when you do clickable prototypes. So let's start. Let's create a simple box and do it with a white border on the dark background. And create, like usually, create frame selection, create frame, create component. And as you see, it's now one checkbox, but if you want to create different variations of this checkbox, like when it's selected, when it's, for example, not selected, when it's active, inactive, it exists such a thing, very usable thing for component like add variant. So you can use it for creating like drop down or creating other elements, like variations of model windows, variations of table cells, whatever. So let's create variant. As you see, it's like this. Yeah. So now you can create another option. For example, this can be let's say second option can be selected, and let's create for it, let's edit background. It can be whatever nice background here, and it can be like this. And if you go to font awesome, you can select check mark, copy it and select it here into your variant. Yes, so now it's like this. You put second variant. Now you can name it, like this will be, for example, default checkbox. This will be variant 2, like it can be renamed to selected state. Okay, so it was simple. So yeah, you created your component with variant, and now usually stored somewhere on separated page on Figma or separated frame. Now you can, for example, create another frame. Let's say it will be your desktop. Let's say be the same color. It will be already your design. Where you insert, you go to assets, and here you see your component. So yeah, you can also give a name to your component, checkbox, selected state, and default. Or it can be, for example, maybe not selected state, not selected, whatever, it's for you better. Now you just, from assets, you just drag this checkbox into your design, and if I show like example, it can be like in the form, like for example option 1, option 2. So you can use it in the form, in the contact form, or in selecting some options like related to the food selection in the apps, or travel. What are option 3, like it could be select travel class or whatever. And now you can easily in your design select like selected state. See, it's very easy, quick to show. Maybe you need to show to developers, to client, and not selected. It's first option. Second, in your components you can do also clickable. If you do, usually when you do clickable prototype, you need it's very useful to show it in the clickable prototype that it's checkbox clickable. So you go to prototype tab, and if you zoom in, you see such kind of links which you can like just connect inside component. And yeah, you can select different states, but for now it will be just on click. So just when you select this, you go here. When you click here, you again unselect. So it's just, yeah, like you connect pages, but you connect just two elements. And now if you go to your design here, you click view. So now it will be selectable, unselectable. So it's great feature, and you can use it with any elements, and it's much easier when you create clickable prototypes. You don't need to create 10 screens, 10 frames, because of this ability to create component. You can just create 1 or 2 screens instead of 10. So it's very useful, and time you don't spend too much time on it. So, and yeah, you can also, for example, if in main component here you change the color, for example, client wanted to have red or whatever, and something like you can change the size so to be smaller, whatever. Now in the design it also will be changed automatically, and your clickable prototype also will be changed. So yeah, this is first. Second, within components you can use also auto layout. It's also very useful thing when you need to edit some button quickly or edit some model window quickly. So let's create simple button. For example, let's do text like primary button. So it can be like this. And now you same create frame selection, create component, and now you're adding auto layout. So now you can create color for your button, background, fill it with color. So let's do some nice color. You can create color for your text, make it maybe bolder, make it whatever you want, Arial. Okay, now with auto layout you can add like left, right padding for this button. Let's say like this. So you see it's now bigger, and like this. So now you got these paddings, this padding, this and this. So yeah. And you can add also rounded corners, whatever. And the most useful about this thing, that's you just type, you change the color, you change the text, and the text fits in the button. Because if you are not using auto layout, you know how it will be. If to compare, it won't be very usable. So you need for every button to go to do this. Like, for example, if you want to change button width, it will be too much work without using auto layout. So like this, it's not very usable. So yeah, and yeah, you can the same insert this component into your design and change, like add new order, and the same, make it clickable and copy it and use, like it can be add new list, and yeah, so it's very useful to use such thing as auto layout in your designs.